When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the New Mexico State Aggies, taking on another Big 12 foe, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Horned Frogs will boot it away to start the game. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. So New Mexico State's offense will have the football first. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback.
Breaks into the open. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Let's take just a moment to talk about New Mexico State. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Wants to throw on 3rd. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls in.
New Mexico State will be forced to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense will have its first possession of the game. When you look at the matchups in the passing game, you might think that this guy's going to be overmatched at corner, but I think he's really looking for the opportunity to prove that he can match up with one of the nation's best.
Yeah, and this receiver always wants the ball. He especially wants it, though, today, considering what he's up against. He told us coming into this game that he should be able to dominate and get a lot of looks. This defense is going to have to find ways creatively to get this guy matched up and covered. They're probably not going to be able to do it with just one guy with that corner out there, David, because this receiver is a difference maker.
No, and this isn't a great secondary, but they're going to have to play a great game. And this challenge is big because he's a superstar. So let's make sure we don't give up the big plays, probably play a little bit deeper than normal, sometimes get a little bit physical. This secondary has a tremendous challenge on their hands.
So now it's 2nd and long. On the option. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price.
One of the reasons I love this defense is because their DBs get involved, and they come screaming downfield. That's a pretty good athlete playing quarterback on that run, but because of the speed they have in their secondary, boy, they were able to get to him quickly.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
The Horned Frogs decide to punt it away. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. Somebody catch it, big fella.
Gonna swing it on second down. Punts it out of the air. They got him on the ground, but not before he gives New Mexico State a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The give to the single back across the 25. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Aggies have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Jackson. Touchdown, Aggies! A great catch and run for 6. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They marched 56 yards to the end zone. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Back to pass, it's Cross. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
And the Horned Frogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Couldn't get it out of the end zone, and it's a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Find some fresh air.
The returner brings it out to the 44. And the New Mexico State offense will take over.
The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one.
On the ready. Get set.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Gets it out fast. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And that's the 4th sack this offensive line has given up today. And guess what? You thought they'd be better. Last week, they got their butts chewed out. 6 sacks they gave up. This week, on their way to doing it again, this offensive line has to step up.
The Horned Frogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. They come up with their 2nd safety of the game. You don't see that very often.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Set to advance on the football.
Slithers into space.
The return is brought down at the 36. And the New Mexico State offense will take over.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. The best way this offense can say thanks for that 2 spot is by following it up with a score of their own, David.
Really fun when your defense does that. When they get you back the football, and they score some points, Palmer. Put those points up on the board. Usually brag about it, especially defensive. We got more points than you, but good opportunity for this offense to get more.
Yeah, it's you scratch my back, I scratch yours kind of thing right now. I'll tell you, if this offense is able to go down the field and put up a touchdown, this could be a potentially 9 to 10 point swing based on your defense getting you that safety. You've got great field position now. You got to take advantage.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Got it behind the line. It's Jackson. Still running at the 40. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Perfect play call against the perfect defense. They came with a blitz, and the offense had the screen pass called at the right time. Running back gets it in his hands. He's got linemen out in front getting hats on hats. You can't do it any better than that.
New Mexico State to the line after picking up the 1st down. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the 1st down.
second down, they'll go to the air. He's got an open man. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. He is dealing on this drive, completed all 5 throws, and now they have first and goal.
Yeah, and who needs balance when you got a guy like this? You trust him, getting the ball back in the pocket. The ball's coming out, spreading it around the field. Nice decision-making. This drive has been surgical for this QB.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The give to the big fullback. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. That's the end of the quarter. New Mexico State has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Here's the handoff. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, New Mexico State. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Old Dominion is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over USF. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Reads it, fires complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Makes the tackle at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Wants to throw. It's crossed. Sends it downfield. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
You just feel like the sense of urgency is going up for this offense now. They haven't had that many possessions so far in the game, and because they've got no points now, it feels like the quarterback's starting to press. He's trying to make it happen on his own, taking a shot down the field. Another incompletion for this offense. They can't get anything going.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Turning it on! And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. At the 45 on his way. Got a lot of room to the right. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, TCU.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this and running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. And the Aggies will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Right on the money.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. It's complete on the right side. They got him on the ground, but not before he gives New Mexico State a first down.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
This New Mexico State offense is pushing all the right buttons. Sticks it in his belly. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Hands it off. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Might as well give it to him again. Oh, he's got some space. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, New Mexico State. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Running into the open space. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The run to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Pulls it in. It's Trevino. It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Cross. That's reeled in, it's Small. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
On 4th down, going to the air. Got a man. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on 1st down. With the catch, it's Baker. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Crosses the 30 to the 29 before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's a 1st down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick completion to the right. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. The Horned Frogs back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Now from inside the red zone. Trying to set up the screen. Got enough space. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting into the running.
Back's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Horned Frog! That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
Lining up to add another.
For the extra point.
Right down the boulevard. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the air on 1st down. Using the quick game. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Fired in there, but incomplete. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Caught in the backfield. It's Jackson. There he goes. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. New Mexico State now working from the red zone. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game is a big part of it, too. Try to get him going there.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Unloads quickly. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Old Dominion is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up by 21 over USF. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Snags a quick pass on the left. He steps out of bounds, a couple of yards short of the 20. They'll mark it at the 18 after that pickup.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Tight end now in motion. Trying play action. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback caught up two and sacked at the 12.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Rushes on him. Grabbed over the middle. It's Palmer. Gets it out to the 21, and that's not enough to move the chains. It'll be 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Horned Frogs will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Looking for space to the left. Fires downfield. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
The D thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. On the run, it's Jackson. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. And they'll just down it right there.
Really nice job there by the punter on that one, getting a lot of hang time and allowing the Gunners to get down the field so they could play it off the bounce, down it. Nice coffin corner kick.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor. It's another safety. They get their 3rd one of this game.
And that's exactly what you call complementary football. The punter doing a great job downing the opponent inside their own 5-yard line. Then the defense takes the field and they get the safety. You've got to love that if you're the head coach.
they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
To kick this one away.
Got room to work.
The return is tackled down at the 37. And the New Mexico State offense will take over.
The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Snagged out of the air. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. It's caught. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. The Aggies will hustle to the line.
Good enough for a first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. He'll pull it down and run. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. Gonna take a shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. They go to the ground. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Fort Worth. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Amon G. Carter Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. New Mexico State will kick it away to open this third quarter. He'll bring it out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house, great blocking, and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Splits the uprights. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe, as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here, get that mojo back.
Yeah, you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they liked.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. On the move to his left. Got a little space. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Run it with the fullback. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, that's just on the defense. I'm sorry. Fullbacks are not supposed to be able to rip off big runs like that. The defense, they better do a better job tackling as this game goes on.
This New Mexico State offense is pushing all the right buttons. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got him downfield. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
New Mexico State to the line after picking up the 1st down. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Moving out of the pocket. He's got it on the run. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Aggies. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
No, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Old Dominion is running away with this one behind an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up by 35 over USF. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get 1st downs and hopefully move the football.
Dropping back, it's Cross. Fires to the big fella. It'll be a 1st down as he gets it to the 24-yard line.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Finds the tight end. Breaks into the open. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. The Horned Frogs want to move quickly.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Open field on the right. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Go straight ahead. Touchdown, TCU! Great job by the back on the option. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And he made the extra point without problem. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Try to get the edge on the left. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
That's a big stop for the defense. That running back has had so much success. You're down in the football game. You need to get the ball back to your offense. You create a play like this. This will get the fires going, get the juices going. Now we got to go get a few more.
To the air on second down. The throw. Finds his big tight end. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Makes the grab. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
By the receiver. Pickup of 10. Good enough.
And the Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. They're working that left side. And he's brought down after a nice game.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Fires to the big fella. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
The Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Give to the fullback. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks.
Well, this defense has to know that this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He's a guy that can carry the football as well. He went ahead and got that first down.
And the Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. Turning it on. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. New Mexico State has it 1st and goal. The give to the fullback.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And again, he gets nothing. This defense is not giving up anything on the goal line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Looking for the end zone. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
It gets closer and closer to the end zone right here. You know what's coming as a defense. The offense has to be physical, and they were. And the back knew exactly what he had to get 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. They marched 72 yards. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
28.
Out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Coming out on first down with the play fake. The sure hands, it's Palmer. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. And the Horned Frogs come to the line in the hurry-up. Motion from the wide receiver. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Throwing right. Pulls it in. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, the ground game. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And this is an offense that really relies on its running game on that second down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
Snagged in the middle, it's small. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
How much lingerie is this guy going to leave on the deck as he gets it down to the 25? As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On the move, it's Palmer. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third.
Third down.
And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
TCU 28.
One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Looking to throw, it's Cross. Fires to the middle. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
Man, what a great break on the ball. Way to knock it down. But, man, this situation, they're almost in field goal range, had a chance to maybe take some points off of the board. That's a big play that we might circle back to later.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He'll take a shot. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. They'll put him in play from the 41 on first down. The give to the tailback. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. He's going to run it. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening. He went out and got the first down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now, throwing it. He's now doing it running as well. Anything this guy wants to do is working.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Still looking on the move. Oh, he's got some space. And he has vexed this defense with scramble after scramble, has another first down.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
Sends it back in motion. They'll go to the fullback. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Handoff to the fullback. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. Touchdown, New Mexico State! And the stomping has commenced. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Oh, they blocked the extra point. Still on his feet, and remember, he can return it. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it. The end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Looking downfield, it's Cross. Grabbed in the middle, it's Small. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. The Horned Frogs really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks, it's Small. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fires to the tight end. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Wants to throw it. Got the quick pass. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Horned Frogs come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. He'll keep it on the sneak. Got the 1st down. Looking for more.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him, made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it inside the 15. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line. The Horned Frogs will try to punch it in on 1st and goal.
Get set, get set.
They'll try to get it in with the run. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking for a man, it's Cross. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays. But this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
A 4th quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. That earlier sack really set them back, but they'll still go for it here. The snap sets up to throw. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Man, what a backbreaker for this defense. You do such a good job backing them up, making it 4th and goal, making it a long situation, and the offense comes through with the touchdown pass. That's just heartbreaking for this defense.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Packed 12 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and now it's a final. San Diego State stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of the 6-1-9. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. Just another week in the Pac-12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
And this fullback is just dependable, and he's versatile. He's not just a guy that can block. He can catch the ball, and like you saw right there, you can hand it off to him, and he can generate you explosive plays.
The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They'll line up for a second down play. Here on third down. The quarterback takes a knee. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
So now things a bit harder after that delay of game penalty, and now you got to worry about getting it out of the shadow of your own goalpost. New Mexico State will be forced to punt.
On to punt it away.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay upright.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Back to throw, it's Cross. Makes the catch. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. And the Horned Frogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They're looking to throw on second and short. Got a man in the middle. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Pressure coming. He's going to take off. And that is how we will wrap this one up. We're at the midway point of the season, and after the showing they delivered today, this team is firing on all cylinders through Week 7.
We've been talking a lot about this team, but you want to be remembered in the month of November. The most important part in the meat of this schedule now is coming up. If you play well throughout the second half of the year, we're talking college football playoff potentially, baby.
Yeah, but you got to start somewhere, right? And I like that they started strong, made it to Week 7 now. Yes, the rivalries are coming up, and more important games are coming up. But you did what you needed to do to start the season. Now just keep that mindset and keep grinding.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.